And we're back. Jonny here again, and today we're gonna run a interesting mission here. We're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna create a refueling spacecraft, and we're gonna just call it the fuel ferry. Alright, let's call it that for now. And the main goal of this will be to service any of our space stations or probes with extra fuel. So as you can see, we're packing all that fuel that we had, which is a lot. And the idea of this is we're gonna dock onto things and just transfer fuel onto them. So for that, we can modify a few things. Firstly, we don't need to send a pilot on this. We could, but we don't really need to, and would make things simpler if we don't. So, tell you what, we'll just pack one of these for now. So other modifications here, we don't really need. Let's park this for a second. We're not going to be landing either. So the other thing we can do is, well, get rid of the landing gear here. Also get rid of that trash. What I'm looking at is where do I want my docking port? And I'm just thinking that I would like to have it here, but at the same time I'm just seeing that these engines are gonna be like bigger than what I want, so let me just scrap these for now. What we'll do is we'll do the opposite. We're gonna have like a longer fuel tank here, like this. We're gonna attach like attach three of these guys on the side. That we're gonna pack the Terriers on them, and we should be able to to have this thing be at the same level at least, so that shouldn't be a problem. And then we have some aerodynamics like this. I think this is good. I don't like that they're not attached, obviously. So even though I'm not planning on decoupling them, maybe I'll use some decouplers there. You know, I kind of want to try these docking parts, but they're so big. So let's just do 3 of these. Put them up like this. Let's make sure we're... Alright, cool. Looks fine, so we put our docking port down there. Coupling. Just need one, please. Like that, perfect. I think this is good. I don't mind having that science there. There might be an opportunity to use that. We'll make sure, let's see, what do we have in here? We have a couple batteries. So how much is that? 210 should be fine. Although it probably doesn't hurt to have more than that. To be real with you. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. We do need an upgrade on our solar panels. Those are pretty outdated. So we're gonna go electrical. We're gonna get 4 of these. Or 3 of these, I guess. I see the problem. How about this? Does that work? Yeah, it works. Cool. Do I need anything else? Let's again pack some lights. We want the small lights in there. Okay, we already have them. Let's grab these, put them around the ship. We have a few down there. Whoops. And then I do want some kind of light here. So perhaps we'll try the spotlights for this. Can place 3 of them like that, and then we rotate them. Go like this. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with the docking. I don't think it does. It looks good to me. So now we have the stuff we need. Oh, we need an antenna as well. Hold on. Go communications. We can have one of these extendable or extensible, I guess, antennas. The top. I don't think we need more than that because we have probes. I mean, we have relay satellites and stuff, so should be covered. Oh, we can close this. So we have our CS tanks, we have blah blah blah. Okay, we're good. Let's just put the decoupler where it was. What's the deal with this decoupler? What's the difference between these? Jettison everything attached to them. This new technology was very well received by rocket engineers everywhere. Not bad for something that started out as a failure for controlled. Okay, so this just ejects things with like a higher ejection speed, I guess. It's fine, we'll take it. So let's just bring you under. No, not like that. Get in there. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got it. Well, I mean, I'm not super happy with the kind of aerodynamics of this at the top, but with that said, it's not too bad. So SAS on, throttle up, and launch. And I'm gonna speed up our orbit maneuver here. I'll see you when we're in orbit around the Earth. So we got an orbit. Not the most perfect orbit we've gotten, but good enough for sure. So now we have like 3K delta V. We're gonna unpack our solar panels. We didn't create an action group this time, so gonna have to do that independently. Cool. So I think we're ready to make our way to the moon here. Set as target, business as usual. Make sure our inclination is fine. It is. And let's try to get an encounter here. Okay. maneuver node is tricky sometimes. It's easy to lose that thing. Okay, so let's just move this along a little bit until we have an encounter that works. Okay, how about that? Seems like a serviceable distance from the moon, so let's just warp all the way around. But yeah, today's mission is we're going to kind of proof of concept our fuel ferry spacecraft here, and just practice the maneuver of docking onto our relay satellite, provided with some extra fuel. And ideally we're going to be able to also perform the temperature measurements that we need for that other mission. So that should allow us to do 2 missions, which hopefully will give us some nice cash and science. And more importantly, we're gonna be kind of free to do what we want after that. So just focus here, make sure we get our maneuver as accurate as we can. Don't need to worry about staging at the moment. Can just speed up the time a little bit. And we're going to fire. Stay on that maneuver node. Yeah, so we had a little bit of issues with aerodynamics in the takeoff here because of course the probe head is, you know, it's a flat surface at the top of our rocket, so we had some issues. What I ended up doing, as you saw there, I just put like a fairing around it to make sure that we had the best possible aerodynamic contact there, and it worked just fine. So from now on I'm always just going to use fairings whenever I'm launching probes. Just makes things easier. Oh, cut the throttle here. Keep accelerating slowly. Okay. That should be, whoops, that should be pretty close. Yes, that's fine. So let's warp a bit closer. So there's our satellite. Again, the first step for us is going to be getting into orbit, I'm pretty sure. So let's just warp to there. Bring up our nav ball here. Let's focus around the moon. Got quite a bit of fuel. I don't know if we're gonna have a ton to put into the space station necessarily, but I think we really want to get these temperature measurements out of the way, so I'm gonna focus on doing that. Let's just try to get our orbit going. So go retrograde here and burn. Whoops, we ran out of fuel in this stage. Okay. Bring up the nav ball. And stop. Okay, cool. So 1000 delta V, that seems like not enough to do both of the things we want to do, to be honest. So I'll tell you what, we'll dock first. We'll grab whatever's left in the fuel tank from the Krauss relay. We'll ditch that big ugly fuel tank it has, and then we'll go for the temperature measurements. That way, I think we have the best shot at achieving both of the missions. So let's do set as target. And the first thing we're gonna do is correct our inclination here. So let's go maneuver node. And because it's an ascending node, we're going to go anti-normal. Uh, 1.8. Whoa, okay. Perfect. So that's going to be a very small burn. So let's just warp to here. Wait, something's wrong there. What has happened? Oh, I was looking at the other thing. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, we're still fine. Just point to here. It's going to be a short burn. I'm gonna burn less than full throttle here to make sure we get it accurately. Actually, we should be able to get the full throttle burn. It's like a 4-second burn. Just point here. 3, 2, 1, go. And cut. Okay, a little bit more. Alright, cut. So what's the situation? Okay, perfect inclination. Now, what we have is a bigger orbit than the Krauss relay, so that means we're going to be traveling slower around the moon than it is. So, I don't know the best way to go about these docking encounters, but I think with that piece of information that, you know, the smaller the orbit, the kind of faster the orbit time is, we're just going to try to use that as our main piece of information here. We basically want to generate an encounter with this thing. So let's just see if we can generate an encounter just by kind of reducing the opposite like that. Okay, so that's not gonna work, is it? So I'm just trying to find an encounter. So that would be pretty close. Of course, the relative speed now is kind of high. Alright, we're gonna quick save here, because to be real with you, I haven't done any of these maneuvers, so we might screw up, and it's a good opportunity for us to learn. So 19 kilometers separation. Is that getting smaller? Yes, it is. 15. 9 kilometers. 4 kilometers. I think we want like ideally less than 4 kilometers distance. Separation now is greater. 4 kilometers. I think we'll try this. If it doesn't work, we made a quick save, we can reload. So let's go for that. Just gotta wait like 1 hour. So let's warp to here. Okay. Maneuver node is there. It's just a retrograde burn for us. So I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but I think when we're close to the object, and we're within a reasonable distance, we're going to be able to basically... Okay, hold on here, because this is a short burn. I don't want to fuck it up. So we get this burn right. Oh, okay. So what is our encounter? 5 kilometers. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is wait until we arrive there. So let's just say, let's do like a hard save here. We're gonna do docking attempt 1. I think we're just gonna warp all the way here, and then I think the idea is that we're gonna use RCS thrusters as we close in. There's our target. So now our nav ball is in target mode, so all the information here is relative to our target. And I think what I'm gonna do is, let me see, we want to reduce the we basically want to reduce the relative speed to our target here. So do I have the right keys? Yeah, so I'm using the RCS tanks to burn effectively retrograde, and you can see our relative speed to the target is reducing. So the prograde marker in this case represents the our direction of movement with respect to the target, right? So I'm just reducing the speed along that vector, and then the idea is that our relative speed will be matching. And I could be wrong about that. That's just my understanding right now of things. So by reducing this the velocity along this vector, we should be able to just go to our target vector. So we'll accelerate towards the target, and we can use our fuel tanks for this. Let's get like maybe 20 meters per second. So you can see we're closing in. Okay, let's get like a higher speed here. Just trying to close in that distance as fast as I can. You can see the prograde vector is now aligned with the target vector. So we're not going to be moving like kind of sideways or anything. We're moving directly towards our target right now, which is what we want. So the first step that we did there was kind of kill our kind of sideways velocity, and we just have velocity that's going towards our target here. And what I'll do now is start canceling our speed, because we don't want to crash into our target. So we're just gonna make sure that the speed is very manageable here. 16 meters per second is something we can decelerate very quickly, so that's fine. Okay, so let's just start canceling that down now. And now we're gonna switch to RCS. So again, let's try to kill any sideways velocity there. Hopefully I'm doing this right. I know it's probably not the most efficient way of doing it, but just kill that, and then we move towards our target with a certain speed. Let's be pretty conservative about this. I think that's okay. Can even slow it down a little bit. Okay, so let's stop for now. Just brake. And we'll switch to our thingy here, to our station. We're gonna control from this. Why can I not control from this docking port? Well, that makes things very difficult. Alright, so it turns out that I needed to unlock the level up of the tracking station to be able to control from different places and set target on spacecrafts. So what I did is upgrade that, and now we're controlling the ship from the docking port. So now everything in our nav ball is pointing towards the correct direction. So whoops, let's just cancel our velocity there. We point to our target, switch to our station, we control it, whoops, control it from the docking port as well. Okay, and we want to set U as target, and now we point to our target. So we should be lined up now. So now let's just accelerate towards our target here, ever so carefully. Whew, I'm pretty excited about this first docking attempt, guys. We can do this. So again, I know this is not a very efficient way of doing things, but I'm just trying to be as careful as I can here and do things the easiest way possible. So let's just make sure here again that we're staying aligned. Okay. Getting closer. Kill our velocity there. Oh, we're going in a little bit sideways here. Is this gonna work? Come on. Come on, baby. Yes, we've done it. We are docked. Dude, big milestone. We have docked a spacecraft onto our station. Boom. Mission done. Huge boost to our morale here. Dude, this was a pretty sophisticated maneuver, or I should say a very ambitious maneuver we're attempting. It wasn't very graceful, and you know, we'll look up how to do these more efficiently, but dude, we've done it. So what's the situation? We have some fuel here, and we're gonna pass on some fuel from these tanks to here, but we're gonna do that next time because this episode is already running a little long here. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm pretty happy we managed to get and maneuver together, and we're gonna reap the benefits in the next episode. So see you next time. Peace out.